Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the pros and the cons of attending Western Governors University online. So one of my favorite pros about Western Governors University is that you actually can just work at your own pace. That means if I have a hard time with a class, I can take more time working on it. If I have a lot to do that week, I can take more time and make it like a 2-week class instead of, trying to get it done in 1 week. But if it's like really hard, I could honestly take 2 months on a class. It doesn't matter. Another great thing is if I already know the content, if I'm really confident in that subject, I can take the final that day, or I can finish the task that day and be done with a class in a day. So the work at your own pace is definitely like the pro about Western Governors University. However, obviously this pro does have a con. Since it's a work at your own pace, it's also you have to set your own goals. If you're not a very motivated person, or if you have a hard time setting goals for yourself and following through with them, this probably is not the college for you, because it's very much work at your own pace, and if your pace is 0, you're not going to get anywhere. The second pro to Western Governors University is the price. It is so cheap compared to other colleges. Since it's an online university, obviously you don't have to pay for room and board, you don't have to pay for a meal plan, you don't have to pay for travel to and from school, you don't have to pay I know I did an online college at one point, but I had to drive to another state to take my exams because the exams had to be in person. But because Western Governors is completely online, you don't have to do that. So that's a really huge pro. There's also another pro in with the money area, in that you can take as many classes as you want a term, and it does not affect how much you're paying. So I'm like paying, so like the tuition for WGU is like around $3,500 a term, at least for the teachers college that I'm in. If I finished 4 classes or 20, I would pay the same amount. That's amazing to me, because other colleges, you pay by the credit hour, you pay by the class. And if I wanted to finish 20 classes in a semester, I would be having to pay like $20,000 for that one semester. But because WGU allows you to take as many as you want, I can complete my degree for less than $5,000. And I just think that's, the way to go. A con for Western Governors University that I have found, and I honestly didn't even see it until recently, it's basically on the class I'm in right now. I'm really finding it's very prevalent in this class, as well as a few of my past classes. I'm like, I saw it a little, but not a lot. But the one I'm in now, huge con. Some of the performance assessments, which are your papers, they don't give you a lot of information on like what they're asking for in a question. And I know everyone says, and I even said this in my other video, they don't want a lot of fluff, just give them the flat out answer. But when they don't give you a flat question, you can't answer it. So I just resubmitted an assignment, and it finally got like, complete, and like it passed. There you go. But even like, it took me way too long to get through it, because the questions they were asking sometimes, they were like kind of rhetorical. Like, they didn't really have an answer, in my opinion, or they didn't word them to where you could give an answer. So the con is it could be kind of confusing, as well as even when I got my revisions back and they were like, hey, we need you to fix this, it literally just said you didn't do blah 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 blah, which was the question that I didn't understand. So I'm like, yes, I can't do that because I don't understand this. And I find that trying to find a time to get with your course instructor can be kind of hard, if that makes sense. But yeah, so my con is it can be very confusing, and you can overthink it a lot. So I'm gonna go into another pro, because that kind of was a very confusing con. My next pro is something I have to go get. I'll be right back. So this pro is kind of funny, but it's still really cute. Like, it's not like a decision maker for going to this college. I just thought it was a cute little, extra something. And I'm about to go into my 4th college. That's weird to say. I'm about to go to my 4th college, and none of the other ones have done this. But like, whenever I signed up for WGU, they sent me this huge welcome package, and I actually never even did an unboxing of it. I was gonna do that and record it, but I forgot. But you can look those up. They're really cute. But They like send you this huge welcome packet with a bunch of little stuff. They send you a little door hanger that you hang on your doorknob saying, I'm testing, don't come in, or I'm working, please be quiet, They give you that. They give you a free whiteboard and dry erase marker, and then they give you a sticker, I believe, a WGU sticker, and it comes in this really cute box. But they also give you this, which this is my pro because I think it's so stinking cute, and I've never had any college give me something like this. But they give you a tiny little tumbler. It's so cute. I haven't used it yet, but it's so cute. It's just a little insulated tumbler, and it's like pretty good quality. I mean, you can hear it. It's not plastic. It's can't remember what it's called, but it's just a cute little tumbler, and I thought it was really cute. So even though it's a pretty cheap college, they do give you a lot of honestly free stuff. Like this, if I tried to buy this at a store if I tried to buy a tumbler from my college's past, I would have to pay like $15-$20, but they give you a little free one, which I thought was super cute. However, a con. Not everything's free. This little weird eye looking thing. This thing, yeah. $50. So while they do give you really cute stuff for free, you gotta pay for some things. So a con is definitely that you're not allowed to use your built-in camera on your laptop or desktop, whatever you're using, whatever computer you're using to take your test. You're not allowed to use that for your proctored exams, which I understand why. It's because they need to make sure they can see your hands and see your computer screen, and they need to see everywhere surrounding you to make sure that you're not cheating, don't have anyone in there giving you the answers. But honestly, I had to pay $50 for a camera that after December I will never use again. It's kind of flimsy. It's so out of focus a lot of times. I have to switch to my built-in camera to even let them see my ID to confirm it's me, because it's so blurry. And I know you can change the zoom and focus using this little thing, but yeah, it'll work for now. But it's definitely a con that you have to buy your own. And I know you can buy others, but I was too scared to try out something else, because if it wasn't up to their standards, I would have to go buy another one. So I was I'm just gonna buy the one from the school. So my con is you have to pay for a $50 camera. So but another one of the pros of Western Governors University is your program mentor. So like I said, I'm about to go into my 4th college, and Western Governors University is my third one. But at none of the other colleges, I've never had a mentor or academic advisor that is so invested in my academic journey than at WGU. They literally care so much. I've had my program mentor has been the same one my whole time, which I've only been here for 3 months, but a lot of people recently are having theirs change, but thankfully mine hasn't changed at all. She stayed the same, and she's so stinking sweet. Whenever I first met her, she was really made sure that I was comfortable with talking to her, made sure to tell me everything about the program. She's always available for questions. Let me think what else. There's just so much good about the program mentors that they have. Oh yeah, she emails me every single time I pass a class exam or a performance assessment, like a paper. She emails me every time and congratulates me, which I think is so sweet and personal, because I know she has a lot of students that she has to keep track of, and I just think it's super sweet and personal that she makes sure that every single time I'm progressing in a class, she's always there to be like, hey, you're doing great, keep going, look how much progress you've made, and look how much progress you're going to make when you make this next step. So they're just super supportive. My next con about WGU is program mentors. It's kind of annoying that I have, if I don't call her every week, or now because I've gone so far, it's every other week, but if I didn't call her every week, I could be put on academic probation essentially. So if you get tied up and miss a meeting, yeah, you'll probably get off scot-free one time, but if you do accidentally do it twice, you can get in some trouble for it, which I understand they're trying to teach responsibility, but that's a little annoying. Also, one of my little annoying things with them is their like office hours are crazy. Like thankfully I'm not in the same time zone as my program mentor, because if I was, like tomorrow I have an 8 a.m. meeting because it's the latest meeting I can get with her. Sometimes I can get like, 1 or 2 o'clock meetings, but like those go so fast. Everyone else takes them. So like my only choices are like a 8 a.m. meeting or a 9 p.m. meeting, which, works for people who have full-time jobs and, it's like before their job or after their job. But like for me, I don't really have a job, so I'm kind of lazy and I like to sleep in. Or if I am working, I work best on my schoolwork at night, so I'll pull like an all-nighter instead of, waking up early to do my work. So their timing can be a little annoying. If I was in the same time zone as her, I would be having to wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, which I applaud her for being able to do that, because I could not, call 20 people at 6 a.m. and ask them how their week's going. But yeah, that's a little downfall of them, is their timing can be a little weird. And I've heard a lot of people in the Facebook groups recently talking about how their schedule doesn't align with their program mentor schedule, wherein like they go to work and they get off of work and they can't get a time before work and they can't get a time after work, so then they like can't meet with their program mentor. So a little con is that each program mentor has a different schedule. There's no set office hours. For like the program, they set their own hours kind of deal. So if you and your program mentor's hours don't really align, that can be a problem. My final pro and con are both about the social aspect of WGU. The pro is if you are an introvert like me, or if you get stressed out meeting new people, you don't have to. Honestly, I don't think I haven't really met anyone from my degree program. I've chatted back and forth with a few people in the Facebook groups, about classwork, being like, hey, I am having trouble with this. Do you have any suggestions? They'll give me a suggestion. I'll say thank you. Or they ask a question and I say, hey, this helped me in it. And they'll be like, okay, thanks. So it's not very social. If you're introverted and like scared of have social anxiety, you're good. Don't have to deal with it. However, the con to this is literally that you don't have to be social. So you can get, if you're one of those that if you don't have social contact with a lot of people for a while, you get really, depressed and sad or unmotivated. Or if you're really extroverted, you probably don't need to do WGU unless you have a strong social outlet somewhere else, because it's just not going to work for you. So there you have it. Those are a few of my pros and cons. I know they're probably not something you've never heard before, but I just wanted to make the video real quick because I feel like I didn't know anything about Western Governors before I started my classes. I watched a couple YouTube videos from some people, and honestly, they were very informative, but it's just different when you can hear it from multiple people. It kind of confirms that yes, I can do this, yes, I want to do this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on all the content that will be coming soon.